How do, folks? It's a sad day. It's time to go home. Right, folks, it's time to go home. Yes, that sad time of the holiday when we have to go back home, but it's been a fantastic week. It's been a fast week. It's also been very sweaty, very hot, very hectic, very busy. And yeah, my physical limitations did slow us down quite a bit. We had to make multiple stops for drinks, for rests, for shade. It was quite a hectic one, and yeah, it fairly beat me quite a lot several times, but it has been extremely enjoyable. We've done some things that we've never done before, like the Oogie Boogie Bash. We've rode the Disneyland monorail. We've been on the original Pirates. We've seen the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. We've even seen Galaxy's Edge from this side of the coast. So yeah, it's been quite an entertaining trip. But all good things must come to an end. So we've packed up, we're just going to wait for our driver, and then we're going to head off to the airport. Right, well, we've got through security, which was quite quick and quite easy. I'm surprised, especially with an airport of this size. Yeah, the duty-free caught the gaze of Fizzgig. She definitely got sidetracked by Dior and sprayed herself accordingly. So we're now sat in, what's it called, P.F. Chang's? Yeah, P.F. Chang's. Apparently it's been approved by, who was it?
Josh Freeze.
Josh Freeze for the Foo Fighters. Yeah, Fizzgig's a Foo Fighters fan. In fact, it's easier to say that the Foo Fighters are a fan of Fizzgig, which isn't easy to say with that many F's in the sentence. But anyway, this is where we're having a little chill out, having a little bite to eat before we get onto the plane. On our 10.5-hour flight back home. Yeah, it's an elevated level here, so I'm just going to flip the camera around. Just bear with me a sec. Nice little view of the departure areas, some of the shops. Not as busy as I thought, but still very nice to have a little wander around. Anyway, just going to wait for our food now. So while we wait for our food, Fizzgig's got herself a pomegranate lemonade, and I got my usual frothy bevy. Looks a bit thin, so I'm sure the syrup's on its way out, but yeah, it's got strawberries, pomegranate, there's lime juice, and there's boba balls in there, I believe, as well somewhere.
1 hour later.
Well, the food's finally turned up. It's chicken noodles for me, beef and broccoli and white rice for Fizzgig. But unfortunately, we're going to have to say avoid this place like the plague, because the food just doesn't come out. It's taken 50 minutes for these two dishes to turn up, and it took 2 complaints and a request for a refund for it to actually arrive at our table. So I don't think we'll be coming back here again, and if you want to take my advice, avoid it. Now we're at the gate. Fizzgig's just made an observation. It doesn't matter whether it's Orlando or LAX, our gate's always at the end of the corridor. So, anyway, we're here now, so we're just waiting to board the flight, and then we'll see what entertainment there is and if I can get some sleep. So now we're on board and waiting for everyone to get settled. Let's have a look at the movies. So much the same as when we came out. Watched that on the way out, brilliant film. Watched that on the way out, not so brilliant film. It's okay, but yeah, there's a fair few to choose from. Love that film. That's not too bad. Yeah, there's quite a choice there. And obviously once you go into the movies, it breaks it down a bit more for you, just so you get the right type of film that'll suit you. There's also TV, if it works. few box sets, a few interviews. I said it on the way here. Brilliant series. If you've not watched that, I urge you to watch it. Absolutely fantastic. Manchester lad, we always like a bit of Dynamo. Some other stuff I've not seen. Oh, documentary on John Wick. Right, watch that. Wolf Hall's a good one. Yeah, so Last Thoughts, that's okay, but I don't think we'll have the full season, which can be a pain. And there's games as well. Keep your little ones entertained, or you got people like me that like little games, and yeah, these are all fun. But I will say this, when you're playing a game, just remember there's someone on the other side of that TV. So if you're tapping away like that, they're going to feel it. So just be a bit respectful of the people around you. That goes for you people as well that like to recline your seat, because this chubby funster doesn't have a lot of room between his voluminous gut and the tray, because when that extends it only just fits in there. So if you're bouncing backwards and forwards on your chair, you're jabbing me in the stomach. So just be aware of your surroundings. I've just eaten the bread roll there. We've got a nice little bit of cheese there, some kind of rice salad, I'm assuming, I'm not sure on that. But the meal I got was the let's have a look, what's it say on there? Chicken with gravy, rosemary, mashed potatoes, green beans. Too bad. And there's key lime pie for buns. Well, it's coming to the end of the flight now, about 30 minutes or so until we land. Yeah, didn't want to film because people were sleeping, but it served us quite a nice full English breakfast, which was a surprise, but yeah, it was a nice one. Anyway, I got approximately 10 minutes sleep, so the drive home should be entertaining. But yeah, we shall see what happens once we've touched down. And we're back. Yes, it's been a good old trip over to Los Angeles, very entertaining, but we're going to do a proper recap shortly. We've just had a long drive from Heathrow all the way back up north, relatively pain-free, very few tailbacks or anything like that, so I'm going to take this chance just to catch up on a little sleep, because we woke up at 8 a.m. LA time and we've been awake all the way through, barring 10 minutes I managed to grab on the plane. So we're going to grab a 40 winks or so, probably 140, and then we're going to do a bit of a recap.
One eternity later.
How do, folks? Yes, it's a lot later on after the end of the holiday, as I always do. But I do want to finish off the vlog without giving you a bit of a recap. So as you see, we've spent a good few days, a good week at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Normally we go to Florida, but this time we wanted to go back to the OG park. And yeah, we made the best of it. I'm going to say a couple of thank yous though before I start with my roundup. First of all, I want to say thank you to Ever After Holiday. Obviously we're not paid by them, we just we use them quite regularly to go on our trips, and just want to say thank you for them for looking after us, giving us all the information we wanted, making it a very seamless transaction to organise the holiday, get it all paid off, and protecting us and looking after us whilst we're out there as well. So big thank you to them, and also to the Affordable Town Car Company. That's the people that got us from the airport to our resort of the Sheraton right by Disneyland Park. Big shout out to our driver Steve. I'll pop links down below if you want to go and check them out, but we've used them, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, can't recommend them enough. Also, I want to give a big thank you to all of you guys for watching the vlogs. We've had many thousands of views and lots of people watching and giving us thumbs up. A few people reaching out to us privately for help and advice. More than happy to give my personal view, give you any advice that you need. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for giving us those thumbs up. And thank you to those that are subscribed. We're well over 1,000 subscribers now. Way more than I ever thought I would ever get. So big thank you to you, because it's you guys that help this channel get viewed by other people. So yeah, major thanks to everyone that's done that. So on to the holiday. We had a nice transition from Heathrow Airport to LAX. British Airways were pretty good on balance. I think I prefer Virgin. Bigger seats for my large backside. Just a little bit more comfortable. But obviously it always depends on what plane that you get, because there are older planes in the fleet which aren't as good as the newer planes. So it can vary depending on what type of plane that you fly with. But yeah, on the whole, British Airways were pretty good. The food was fairly decent. The ride was comfortable. The entertainment was good. So yeah, can't really knock them for this trip. Sheraton Hotel, lovely hotel, beautifully comfortable beds. A good location. It's not far from the parks. A little far for me to walk on hindsight, but it was easy to get an Uber there and back without a problem. But yeah, highly recommend it. A very affordable hotel, very high standard, and I would highly recommend it, and I'll go back there again. Now on to the parks. Now we'll start with DCA. Now DCA is not like your standard Disney park. It's got lots of Disney touches in it, but it does have a very boardwalk feel to it. It's also got a lot of concrete as well. So if, like us, you go on a time of the year when it's extremely sunny and extremely hot, the fact that there's a lot of concrete there means that that heat is not only hitting you from above, but it's also bouncing off the concrete as well. And boy, could you feel it in that park. It was really, really hot. And the other thing we noticed was there wasn't a lot of aircon. Yeah, you could go into the shops, but a lot of the restaurants were quick service. Now there was aircon in some of the quick service areas, but a lot of the places where you need to eat are actually outside under umbrellas, which, okay, it stops the heat hitting you on the back of the head, but it doesn't stop the heat coming in from everywhere else. So you didn't get much of a respite from the heat. So in the really, really hot temperatures, it was tough to get around. We were stopping multiple times, way more than I would normally. I mean, in my disability, I have to stop quite regularly. But yeah, we stopped many more times, if anything, just to get a quick drink and a quick rest, because the heat was really, really draining. Probably noticed by the amount of stuttering and stammering that I was doing all the way through. Not that I don't stutter and stammer all the time anyway. But yeah, the rides were good. All the ones that I went on, I really enjoyed. Fizzgig absolutely fell in love with Guardians of the Galaxy. Tower of Terror ride, yeah, it's her favourite one so far. She's not ridden the one in Paris, but yeah, it's definitely her favourite one. She didn't get a chance to do the Monsters Unleashed version during the Oogie Boogie Bash just because the queues were so big, but she did go into the normal one and really enjoyed it. Our highlights were the food. As with Disneyland Park, the food in California is brilliant. It is so tasty, so much variety, so much options and decent prices as well. My standouts were Kachina Cucamonga, if I remember rightly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But the beef birria in there, oh my word, that was so heavenly to eat. That's so sorry to all the vegetarians and vegans out there, but I absolutely love that. It tasted gorgeous, and then when you dipped it in the beef consomme, oh, it was just absolutely heavenly. One of the nicest things I've ever eaten. And as a juxtaposed to that, my favourite drink was in Smoke Jumpers Grill, the chocolate milkshake. Oh my word! I mean, it was refreshing. And I mean, milkshakes are cold, but not normally that refreshing because they're a dairy-based item. But this one, oh my word, the taste was off the charts. It was so refreshing. It's one of those drinks, you're drinking it and you just wish it never ended. It was absolutely beautiful. So highly recommend, if you ever go to those DCA, then try those options out. Negatives, as I said, is the aircon and the concrete. The seating is all outside, so you're not getting any respite from the heat. So there are a few restaurants that you can sit in, but obviously you need to reserve tables for that. Sometimes there's extra charges associated with that, so not as good as a quick service. But yeah, a minor inconvenience, but yeah, it's still an inconvenience all the same. We'll say about the Oogie Boogie Bash, that was a lot better than we expected. Now, we've done the Halloween shows at Disney World in Florida, and this was totally different. Yes, there was entertainment on show. There were characters wandering around freely. Lots of photo ops to be had. There were characters in the queues, which made the queues fly by. They were very entertaining as well, especially if you manage to get an interaction with one or two of them. It always makes it that little bit better. But wow, we got a lot of candy. In fact, here, that's the size of the bag that they gave Fizzgig and I, but I took my own bag. I took one that was that big. And yeah, it let me collect a lot more, and they don't mind. It's free candy, they're just chucking it out. And you can go in the queues as many times as you want, so there's no end to the amount of free candy. Well, it's not really free because it's the cost of the ticket that pays for it, but yeah, you can get an absolute ton of candy there. And also you get the extra interactions with the characters as well. The only downside to the Oogie Boogie Bash, I would say, is obviously the same as in Florida, is crowd size if you pick a busy time. Ours wasn't too bad. It wasn't as busy as I expected it to be. But the only downside I had was Villains Grove. Everyone raves about Villains Grove, says how fantastic it is, and yeah, it just did not live up to the hype for me personally, especially being someone who has mobility issues. I couldn't see anything there. There probably was, but in that light and darkness, I couldn't see any signs warning about uneven footpaths, stairs and access things like that. So yeah, I found it very tricky to get around, and I was glad when I got out. There's no trick or treats in there. It is just decorations and lights, which are good, but yeah, it's very definitely a one and done with me, and was not worth the very long wait to get in there. So yeah, if you absolutely have to do it. But if you need to knock something off your list in favour of something else, then I would say Villains Grove. It was not worth it for me. Anyway, going to Disneyland Park. Obviously, we spent the most time in Disneyland Park. Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. One of the best things about Disneyland Park is the size, because obviously it's in the middle of the city. They're rather constricted by the size, which makes it easier to get around, especially for someone like me. Yeah, it's also got a very good feel about it. It's obviously being the OG park, it's got the most Walt Disney touches in there, so you get a real, you get a real sense, the feeling that Walt is still there. You get that real vibe, and you see the decorations, you see the architecture, you see the little nods to Walt, things like that. It really does make a difference. It really is amazing. We enjoyed the ride, especially the Haunted Mansion. Fizzgig straight away, as she came off it first time, with the Christmas overlay of Nightmare Before Christmas, she just straight away said, that is my favourite mansion of all. That's her favourite ride ever. It was entertaining. My personal favourite, still Phantom Manor in Paris, but Fizzgig, absolutely loved that. Seeing Galaxy's Edge in the Castle Park was a bit different to what we were expecting, but it was still good. Virtually exactly the same as in Florida, but still very good nonetheless. We couldn't go on Big Thunder. Every time we've been to a Disney park this year, Big Thunder has been down for refurbishment, so yeah, that was a bit of a blow, but these things happen, unfortunately. We still had a mansion that we went on many times, and Pirates that we went on many times, and the train which went on many times. If anything, just to get out of the heat, have a sit down and get from point A to point B. Granted, yeah, you could walk it quite quickly. It's not far to walk, but if you're someone with lesser mobility and there's a lot of heat and a lot of exhaustion due to that heat, then yeah, the train is a very good option to get from one side of the park to the other. Downsides, once again, I suppose it's the aircon. The aircon setup is different in California, and they probably don't need it as much as they do in Florida. But yeah, the aircon situation is a lot more different. So you find yourself dipping into shops a lot because that's where you get the most aircon. Not a lot of places where you can sit down in an air-conned environment, but you can sit down in a sheltered environment. So there's that at least. The other downside is the seating. Now, there's lots of seating, but from what we could see, a lot of the seating was in direct sunlight. So if the sun's beaming down on you, you're going to be sitting down on quite a warm chair, and you're going to be in the sun all the time. So once again, you don't get that respite from the heat or the sun. So yeah, it can be a bit of a downside, but nevertheless, it's still an excellent park. And our standouts, especially food-wise, Fizzgig absolutely fell in love with the churro toffee. Can't get that in Florida, or if you can, let us know. Fizzgig is dying to know. Let us know in the comments if you can get it in Florida. My personal favourite was the fried chicken when we went to the plaza. Oh my word, the fried chicken, and then the revelation of the biscuits and gravy. Yeah, I made a joke. Yeah, it's not a biscuit, it's a bun. But yeah, it's the consistency of dumpling, part dumpling, part scone. So dip that in the gravy. It's absolutely heavenly. The taste was off the chart. I did say at the beginning, though, that at the beginning of the whole vlog series, I'm going to try and emphasise a bit more on the vegetarian and vegan options. So they don't necessarily list a lot on the menu. There's one or two. Like an Impossible Burger or Impossible this, and a few salads and things like that. So there's a few vegetarian things scattered on the menus. However, if you've ever got an issue or a requirement to do with the food there, talk to the cast members. They are excellent. They will do whatever they can. They have special allergy menus as well and things like that. Talk to a cast member. Let them know what your dietary requirements are, and trust me, they will look after you. They're absolutely brilliant. Anyway, so the only difference between Florida holiday for me personally and the California holiday was, for some reason, I am entitled to DAS Pass at the California park, whereas I'm not entitled to a DAS Pass in the Florida park. I don't know the reasoning behind that. It's just the way it is, but I'll probably do a separate vlog on DAS passes. It is quite a contentious issue. It does affect a lot of people, and there's lots of things changing as we speak with DAS passes. Hopefully for the better. We'll have to wait and see, but my arthritic fingers are crossed for that. Anyway, so that's a quick roundup of the holiday. Hope you enjoyed the vlog series. If you have, please give us that thumbs up. Yeah, give us comments if you've got any questions you want me to answer. More than happy to do that. Reach out to us or check us out on our socials. I believe along the bottom underneath the screen there's an extra boost button or something like that. If you've enjoyed it, please press that as well. Anything you can do to help with the channel is gratefully appreciated. If you've enjoyed us and you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because like I say, that really does help and it's very much appreciated as well. Until next time.